Good morning, good morning. Happy morning from St. Croix, Monday, December 6th. I just came on to just bring you up to date and just to chat a little bit. First, I want to tell you about Proverbs that I read this morning. Because remember, I told you I try to read the Proverbs in accordance with the day. So today's December 6th, so I read Proverbs 6. And well, let me just tell you this before that. The people of St. Croix decided they wanted to get up very early this morning, so I've been up from about 4 o'clock because the neighbor next door, Miss Claudia, I don't know who lives with she, but they was revving up the car and slamming doors and shining light in the bedroom. They didn't have no type of consideration for the poor woman in the Airbnb trying to get some rest. Then when I came out here earlier, cousin Kenny was mowing the grass, and then he also have the talk radio. Talk radio was big over here. They used the radio as a sounding board to talk about the governor and to talk about administration and legislation and any type of injustice. They blasted on the radio. So talk radio was always going taka 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 taka. I hate talk radio. Even when I was in New York, Keith would always play talk radio with sports. I don't like to hear chatter like that. Chatter, 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 talk, 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 talk. Don't like it. Then I read something in Proverbs 6, and this is what it said. It said, there are 6 things the Lord hates, no 7th thing he detests: haughty eyes, a lying tongue, hands that kill the innocent, a heart that plots evil, feet that race to do wrong, a false witness who pours out lies, a person who sows discord in a family. And when I read that, I was thinking about how out of the 7 things that he detests, 3 of them have to do with the mouth: lies, a false witness, and also sowing discord in a family. And I thought about how we live in a time, this is not a you, not pointing finger at you, this is all inclusive, where we are so cavalier in how we let words come out of our mouth. Just like the talk radio over here. We say that we don't like this, we don't, it's not our taste, or da 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 da, blah, 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 and we just spew words without consideration, without obedience, without thought, mindlessly about the repercussions, because we got to get it off our chest, or we have to vent, or we have a feeling. And that is so anti what the Lord approves of. He detests that. So it just was a good reminder for me about being mindful about what I let come out of my mouth about anybody and anything in any situation. Even though it might be something that is provoking me or pricking me or irritating me. I love when the Lord gives warnings, because it gives me an opportunity to take personal inventory and get the necessary correction so that my prayers are not hindered. Because if I'm in disobedience or I'm directly doing something counter to what he says, my prayers can't get answered. That's just Bible. I can't get around it. If I regard iniquity in my heart, he won't hear my prayer. So I love Proverbs 6 today. It reminded me about how we have to be so mindful about what we let come out of our mouth. Boom. That's my spiel. Let me tell you about the weekend. So this weekend, went to a concert. You saw one of my videos, started an hour and 45 minutes late. It was at the Island Center, but the kids did a beautiful job. They were playing the steel band, and them kids play at the steel band. But the thing that was really nice, that made me stay even when I wanted to leave, because they were taking so long to start, was that they had Johnny Cake. Johnny Cakes are these flat, round, fried dumplings. And when they fry them, they puff up and they're hollow on the inside. Like, I look like I need a Johnny Cake or 1 or 2 or 3, but the later they start, the more Johnny Cake. And then they had the saltfish patty. And you know how I feel about saltfish patty. And then they had some vegetarian ones too. So between the saltfish patty, the vegetarian patty, and the Johnny Cake, I was able to endure the hour and 45 minutes they took to start the concert. But I left after an hour. I didn't even see the main attraction. I went home. But testimony, on my way going there, because Auntie Jen, she picked me up, and cousin Kenny, he picked me up afterwards. These are the relatives of my next door neighbors in New York, and they have been a tremendous blessing to me. I'm so grateful to my neighbor and so grateful to their family here. They've been so generous in their time and just trying to really look out for me, and I'm very grateful for that. But as I was waiting for Auntie Jen, I said, Lord, I'm going to be here. I need to find a reliable driver, somebody safe, somebody affordable. When I went to the concert, I met a woman named Angela. She's also here from the States. We talked, and she gave me the number of a man who has a taxi service, Mr. Herman. And I called Mr. Herman because I was going to a festival yesterday. He wasn't available, but he gave me the number of somebody else, Mr. Wendell, and Mr. Wendell came and took me to the Coconut Festival. So I asked the Lord on Saturday for a driver, and by Sunday I have two drivers, reputable. They have a legitimate business, and they were very affordable. So I was so glad about that. Look at that. It shall come to pass before they call, I will answer, and while they're yet speaking, I will hear. Two driver, Mr. Erman and Mr. Wendell. Let me tell you about the Coconut Festival. Coconut Festival was at the Bethlehem Sugar Factory, which is right across from the National Guard, and it was so great. It was everything coconut. So they had coconut vendors that did crafts. They also had a beautiful art show. The fine art exhibit was exquisite. The local artists here, beautiful, and I'll post it on my blog so you'll be able to see some of the pictures. But in addition, there was something that I went to there. It was a tour of aquaponics. Now, hydroponics is growing plant, plant agriculture without soil. It's all done through water. Aquaponics is the merge of agriculture and hydroponics. And that's what I was able to see. They had these greenhouses set up, and this whole aquaponics system done by the Fresh Wind Ministries initiative. It's called Island Fresh. So they are able to grow with these little pods that they make from the trash of a coconut. They insert the seedling of whatever they're trying to grow, and just now create this irrigation of water. And now they have a turnover, like in 4 weeks, they're growing hundreds of lettuce and thyme and cucumbers and squash. It is amazing, but it also can be done in colder climates. I'm like, wow, because remember, I came over here because I want to learn to grow. So it was such a great weekend. But let me tell you the other thing. Let me tell you about Keith. Remember I told you I couldn't find my panty and I couldn't find my bra. I said, I won't come over here with nuts. I don't have no underarm garments. Telling Keith, he said, woman, I can't find your panty. You want me to send you money for new ones? No, I want the ones that I have in New York. I want my panty and bra from there. So I said, call me, and you were going to do video, and I'm going to tell you where to look. Sure enough, 5 minutes into the conversation, right there in the briefcase that I left there is the Ziploc bag with the panty and the bra. So the Pantie Caper has been solved. It just can't look. I found my panty and my bra. So now I feel better, because I was getting very worried about customs. If somebody have a big behind there in TSA that end up taking my panty, because I was getting very frustrated. But the Pantie Caper has been resolved. Praise be to God. So here I am. Remember Proverbs 6. Let's not be cavalier with things that we say about lies, about people, about venting, getting stuff off our chest. God is the same in New York as he is in St. Croix. I put a request out, and look at that. I ended up getting 2 drivers that are affordable. Met Angela, who was a resource, and I'm getting back on track with the food. I have been so ballistic these last 96 hours, so I am back on track, eating right, and I'm probably going to be doing some cooking demo on Wednesday, so stay tuned. I'll do some live cooking with some of my stuff on Wednesday. But I love you. Keep me in prayer. I keep praying for you. This is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. It is 86 degrees. I heard it's kind of warm in New York, but it ain't 86. Have a blessed day. I love you. Bye-bye.